You go ahead, start. You want to start off?
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, the men who taught us this truth, and sincere shalom goes out into the elect, and the men out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, every single day, making your bodies as a living, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. You know, here to do the work again, doing a quick in-transit sit-down with the brothers. I got the brother
Shalom.
Markwadash, the brother
Shalom.
Matana right here, and I'm the brother Bayal. We're going to do this quick lesson, you know, and how, you know, there's many distractions in this world, you know. This place is called what? The mother of harlots. You know what I'm saying? The place that will, you know, distract you ultimately from what's important. You know, what's more, the most important thing in this ministry. You know, if you find yourself, if you call yourself being a Hebrew Israelite in this truth, is what? Pushing this word, being indulged in this word. You know what I'm saying? Studying, just slowing everything down. You know what I'm saying? You got to slow down. You know, that's what the Lord is calling for. You know, there's nothing wrong with going out. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, you find yourself doing, you know what I'm saying, what they would consider worldly shit. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, your mind is fully invested in this truth. You're in the spirit at all times. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't find yourself doing these things if you ain't taking care of your business first. First and foremost, with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You got anything to say, bro?
It just reminds me of Jeremiah. I'm going to just read it real quick. Jeremiah 48:10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord Yahweh deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. So ultimately, if you're not, you know, you're not focused on your first love, you know, which is this truth, you can be subject to the spiritual Satan, spiritual demon Satan. Scriptures say he's prowling around like a lion, waiting to devour the elect. You know, he want to steal your crown. So if you're not, you know, fully convinced and occupied, there's a scripture in the Apocrypha, I forget where it's at. It talks about putting your servant to work. Okay, so that there's no idleness, because idleness breeds pretty much wickedness. Like if you're busy, you ain't got time to be on no bullshit. And see, you can do the work of the Lord deceitfully. You could do the work. It says you're doing the work of the Lord.
You're still doing it. Yeah.
But you're still doing it, but you're doing it deceitfully. And see, your sword is the word. Every day you're supposed to go to war with yourself. You know what I'm saying? With decisions, with wisdom. Really, that's what that means. You know, curses he that holds back his sword from blood. You're supposed to use the word, okay, and destroy the evil, you know, the evil
That's
forces
right.
that come against us.
I'm gonna just leave it here in the middle, bro.
Which is discernment. You know, you should have discernment, and you should be completely honest with yourself about everything. Why you're doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be examining yourself hardcore, man. And in these times that we're getting so close.
Yeah.
So we gotta, you know, we really gotta, it's not about one particular person. It's not about me. It's not about, you know, it's about all of us. So, you know, we can't, you got it. Salaki.
Really, could I say something real quick? Hey, you know, this truth, you know, being in this truth, everything isn't supposed to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Satan could be in your mind telling you, hey, go have fun. Hey, go, it's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that it's Friday demon, it's Saturday demon in your head. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some more discipline. Hey, the scriptures say that we're temperate in all things.
That's right.
You know, the people of this world are temperate for a corruptible crown. How much more us? You know what I'm saying? These niggas in the world will go months without sex if they have a fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? They practice temperance for that incorruptible crown.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Us, how much more us? But I got something real quick. This is Luke 22:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations, and I appoint unto you a kingdom as my Father hath appointed unto me. And that's what we got to look forward to, the kingdom. You know, it says that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Nothing should take you off that track. You know, that's what we're working for. It says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Yeah, that he may sift you as wheat. So Satan's gonna work until the very end. You know, he's gonna put doubt in your mind. He's gonna use the women, you know what I'm saying, to come at you. He's going to use the people around you to put that spirit of doubt, to take your mind off of what's really important. You know what I'm saying? You might get sidetracked. You know what I'm saying? You might be distracted, and then ultimately you may allow the brotherhood to get breached. You know, we might get breached, and now here it is, we're struggling. You know what I'm saying? Or something came up. Things ain't going smooth as they should.
Right.
You know?
I got a precept. This is Luke 21:34. It says, and take heed to yourselves. Right. And the key word is take heed, man. Examine it. You know, you got to fully examine yourself, okay, being in this ministry, man. You should be thinking about on a day-to-day basis what you can do to be better. You shouldn't just be caught up in the world, you know what I mean, just taking things for what it is. Oh, I'm just having fun, man. This ain't about fun, man. All right? This ain't fun at all, man. You know what I mean? Jake got aspirations to, you know, get luxurious items in this world, man. Fuck that, man. You should be more concerned with getting the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Don't, you know what I mean? Don't worry about, well, one day, man, I'm trying to get that, live it up, man. I'm trying to get that Charger. I'm trying to get that Hellcat, man. Yeah. I'm trying to get me a 4-bedroom house, man. You shouldn't be worried about that type of little shit, man. You should be worried about getting the hell out of here, man. That's all you should be thinking about, man. All right? And preparing yourself, okay, for the Lord to accept you. All right? It says, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. Right? You know what I mean? You start getting caught up, you know, in the madness that's going on out here, man. It's very easy to get sidetracked out here, man. Very easy. You know what I mean? It's always some goofball.
That's your town right there.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's why I said it. It's always some goofball to throw you off. You know what I mean? And women are you know, that's like one of the biggest distractions you can wrestle with, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Women are a very big distraction that you got to watch out for, man. That's a part of that surfeiting and drunkenness. Women come with that, man. So when you deal with these women, man, be very careful, man. Don't just be around these women just saying anything, completely letting your guard down. Now you Mr. Happy Man at the bar, man.
Yeah.
Now you Mr. Homeboy at the bar, man. No, you need to be thinking like a soldier. Every time a woman get with me, women always tell me, "Oh yeah, you real cold. You always watching. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You must be real spiritual or something, because they know in the spirit I'm checking everything out.
Yeah.
I'm not just totally involved in love, man. I'm not just in that romantic vibration, man. You got to be thinking like a soldier at every fucking moment, man.
Yep.
So,
I got something.
okay.
You got?
I do, but if you want to.
Okay, let me get this real quick. Acts 17:30. And the times of this ignorance, the Most High Yahweh winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. So the Lord had winked at our ignorance before. Pretty much you had time to be a so-called black American in this world. You had time to be a so-called Mexican in this world, doing whatever you wanted, because the Most High winked at that. You had your time to have your fun in this world. You know what I'm saying? But now when you come in, we're called to be soldiers for the Lord. So it gets real serious. It's supposed to get airtight. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one foot in the world, one foot in the truth.
Right.
Like the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? The Lord would rather you be hot or cold rather than lukewarm. You got to be fully invested. Like we're saying, we always say it. There's nothing wrong with going out, you know what I'm saying, having your time to have fun. But that can't be, you know, something that you have your mindset on. Oh, it's Friday, it's Saturday. I got to party, I got to get fly, I got to get fresh. I got to do this. Look, we've had our time to do that. We've had our time
really
to shine in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All brothers shine in the world. I know it.
Yeah.
Brothers is cool, man.
We shine already.
We shine, but this is what's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the cool shit.
Yeah.
Not shit, but you know what I'm saying? This is what's, you know, what's
booming right now.
popping right now. You
This
know what
is
I'm
the
saying?
The latest.
Yeah,
you
this
know.
is the latest. Yeah, exactly, bro. I remember that in the man. I told my homie was like, bro, you're into that blah blah blah, and I'm like, bro, everything that you were put on, bro, in the world, I put you onto it.
Right.
What was cool, I was always ahead of the game, and now I'm ahead of the game with this. But this is lame.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just done, bro.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
That's right. I got some 1 Corinthians 9:25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. And that word mastery means to contend. I believe in Timothy, it's athleo, which means, again, competition. Athlete, you know. And intemperate means to constrain.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So in all things, and every man that striveth for the mastery is yourself. The scriptures, walking the walk, okay, that tightrope, the straight path, bearing the cross of Yahushua, being as closely made in the image of Yahweh by Shemel Shai as possible. Okay, the mastery, my bad. And every man, 1 Corinthians 9:25, that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, okay, but we an incorruptible. So this whole thing about, you know, we're competing with ourselves first and foremost, you know. Yeah. And the goal, the standard is the word. So, you know, literally we're not fighting for for corruptible things. You know, the brother's been saying women, money, cars,
Right.
clothes, you know. We're seeking an incorruptible crown.
Right.
You know, so that's spiritual. So who are you being developed? Who are you becoming? You know, and let me just read this last part. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Because you could go through this whole process and not make it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I brought up that scripture, doing the work of the Lord deceitfully. Okay, you're deceived yourself. A lot of these guys are deceived themselves. They got so many things, plans, you know, like a woman. They don't even know that they're egotistical and narcissists. That's how deep that delusion is, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So you can fuck around and do that if you ain't sincere, you know?
Right. Yeah, you gotta look, at the end of the day, man, all of this shit is just, it's temporary, man. These women, these clubs, these cars, all of this shit is getting ready to pass away, man. Right? You see what's getting ready to happen to the US dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does it look like that this type of lifestyle is going to continue? You know what I mean? None of this shit is about to matter in the next probably couple months, man. So it's like, where is your mind supposed to be? You supposed to be looking towards prophecy, man. You're not supposed to be looking, you're not supposed to be fully submerged, okay, in what the hell is going on out here. All right? You just move through this motherfucker and get out the way.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And
That's right.
don't get too fucking entangled with
invested.
Invested into this, man. Don't make any commitments to this world, man. Right? Even with these women, I gotta keep bringing it up, but you don't make too many commitments with these women, man.
Right.
If it come before the brotherhood, hey, she gonna have to, you know what I mean? She gonna have to learn her place. You know what I mean? You know, everything is gonna have to learn its place before this, man. Right? Or after this, or I should say after this, right? Everything is gonna have to learn its place after this.
After this, yep.
Right? It shouldn't be anything that you giving too much time to outside of this.
Yeah, they could cry, they could leave.
And a part of this is brothers, man. See, Jake just think that, oh, well, I'm in the truth, I'm doing the right thing, I do my lessons, I study, I'm always at camp. No, you have, hey, look, the scriptures say, get thyself the love of the congregation, man. Right? A part of this, a big portion of this truth is the brotherhood, man. If you ain't on point with the brotherhood, all that other stuff that you think that you doing, all that barking and yelling, it don't equate to nothing, man. If brothers don't like you, right? If you ain't really being sincere, charitable with sincerity, man.
Yeah.
Right? You got to be thinking about, brother. You can't, if you have any of them little backwards thoughts, any of them little thoughts creeping in the back of your mind, like, oh, well, I don't know, man, gotta help this brother, man. The brother just don't get it on his own, man.
Yeah.
You have any of them thoughts, man, you are not in the right spirit, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got some. Ecclesiasticus 18:30. This is fire. It says, go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. And your appetites, you know what I'm saying? You know, basically the scripture is talking about the flesh. You know, go not after thy lusts of the flesh. Your appetite of the flesh, you know, it might seem like, oh, I need that, I want that. You know, even like the scriptures say, stumble not at a woman's beauty. Because why? You don't, hey, the scripture, your flesh might want that,
Right.
but that ain't good for you. She might be a demon. She might put some period blood in your spaghetti.
Yeah.
Let me continue. It says, if thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. They'll get you off track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You start putting your all into what your soul desires. You know what I'm saying? She will make thee a laughing stock at thine enemies because you lose focus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't really all there. Let me read this last verse. It says, take not pleasure in much good cheer. Salakia, it says, take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof. And, you know, take not pleasure in much good cheer. You know, Apostle Tahar, he said, learn to love to suffer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to love the process of, you know, of what the Lord is molding you into.
And you know what? And it's going to be uncomfortable, man. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, man.
Yeah.
Right? The Lord might have you might have been in a car. The Lord might change your whole situation. Now you back on the buses and trains, man.
Yep.
Right? What you going to do? You right? Because that's one thing Jake always try to do, try to look for comfort.
Yeah, wiggle out.
Jake loses woman, he hurry up and try to get another one.
Yeah.
He can't go to bed without no woman.
That's not manly though.
That's not manly, man.
That's weak, you know. So you could be going out to the highways and hedges. You're doing the work of the Lord deceitfully. You're an imposter. You're not a man. You're not standing. You know, in this world they say a man does what he have to do. This is spiritual masteries. We're striving for the mastery spiritual. You got to do what you got to do spiritually, and of course in your everyday life, but more so spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It said in 2 Timothy, I was gonna bring that out, that he that strives for the masteries must strive lawfully. So you got to do everything lawfully, because if it's not lawfully, you just striving, you beating the air. You got to go through the law. That's why we're constantly in the scriptures. Not only that, you got to be obedient to the scriptures. Right. You know, it is a sacrifice reading the scriptures, but the scriptures say obedience is better than sacrifice.
Right.
Man, this whole situation, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is a sacrifice.
Yes.
You know, and Jake has to learn to sacrifice the things that he wants to do to live a more humble life now.
Yeah.
Right? Because this world teaches you, and you still get caught up in it from time to time. I gotta be the man. Man, if I could just pull up in that goddamn that Maserati, man, you know, all the bitches would be on me. You having them little imaginations in your head, pulling up to the club on a motorcycle and all the bitches looking at you.
Yeah.
That type of shit, you gotta, and it's hard, man. It's hard to really let that go. And to just realize that that's not gonna be in my cards on this.
That's the hardest thing to do.
You know, that's one of the hardest things to do in this body, man, is to let that former man, them former lusts, them former dreams go.
Yep.
But that's just lazy anyway, because
Right.
you're pretty much saying everybody knows if you a trick, it's easy. I mean, that's why dudes do it. You know, I can let
Right.
this speak for me. That's lazy.
Yeah,
Why
that's
don't
true.
you let your spirit speak for you? You.
That's why niggas get tattoos.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Them niggas, them two twins, they
Yeah, I
just
know.
got brand new tattoos, bro.
Right.
One got a big ass neck, and that's all vain. Why?
Yeah.
Because you don't feel like the man you should be. Oh, I need this neck tattoo.
Yeah.
That shit'll make me the man.
That's why the Lord gonna take away all this shit, and you're gonna be left with who are you for real?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You
like
niggas don't really fear the Lord.
who the fuck are you? I got what you put up earlier. Can I?
Oh yeah,
that-
come on.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahweh Shai. It's fairly simple. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be convinced in your mind. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, like I always say. If this is, you know, walking the path of Yahweh Shai is embarrassing to you, then it's just embarrassing to you. It's not. To me, it's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, it's an amazing story.
Yeah.
I want to live up to it, you know?
Hey, because on the surface, man, this truth can be embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
The Lord can have you going from house to house. You got to
Yep.
ask family members for money. That's where the Lord will have you.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Lord will have you jumping on the bus,
Yeah.
and you got to fucking negotiate with the nigga with the bus driver about letting you on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bitches looking at you, you walking.
Yup.
Hey, but this is what it is, though, man. You know, you can't run from that. You
That's right.
cannot run. You can't run from the simplicity that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, okay, set forth from you. You have to go. You got to be humiliated in a sense, right? And it's not like we out here running around naked and motherfuckers is just throwing bottles at us or something. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like you know, to this world, we would be like considered like niggas that ain't got nothing, broke niggas or whatever, right? That's the humiliation that we got to deal with. We got to deal with these people's opinions, thinking that we're incompetent, we're financially unstable,
We're stupid.
we're stupid, we don't know any, we're irresponsible. When really that's far from the case,
Yeah.
right? It's just that brothers is putting all they chips into this, man.
And the
Right.
Lord, that's what the Lord requires. Requires. It's a beautiful thing. That's the yin. Those are the men that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is looking for, because there is no honor without humility. Hey, the meek shall inherit the earth. I mean, how many times you gotta tell Jake and Christians, if you don't understand that, go to the fucking Christian church.
Right.
Stop wasting your time over here with this fake shit. Because in this truth, you're gonna be exposed. Only real men can handle the truth, man, and deal with it and do what the fuck they gotta do, being cussed out, whatever it mean, and do better and get better. Only real men. These niggas in the world, they want it easy. That's why they want the money to talk for them. They want the bitch to talk for them. They want the mama to talk for them. No, we speaking for ourselves through our works, man.
Yeah, I got some. Matthew 13:44, it says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for the joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field." So yeah, you know, when you get, this, we were in the world dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. You know what I'm saying? And we found this. You know what I'm saying? We were given this gift of faith. You know what I'm saying? And the understanding. You know, so this is the greatest treasure that you could come upon, and you can't let anything. You know, this is why he says that he found and he hideth. So he takes care of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He protects it. So you got to protect this truth, you know, with everything that you got. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I'm saying, you find yourself distracted while you had found this truth already. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And the key word, it says selleth everything he has.
Selleth everything.
You gotta let everything go, man.
Status.
You know, status.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that, because when I was in the world, shit, it's Saturday right now, I would have had it booming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have been on my way. I would have probably went to the barber shop.
Had a pocket full of drugs.
Brand new hat.
Got my hair cut
Yeah,
at 5:30. Right? It's a party. It's the neighborhood function at 9:30.
Link up
Then
with the
after
homies.
that, yeah,
Hey,
it's
you
the
leaning
after
in that
party.
barber chair like
Yeah.
About
About to get it, you know what I mean? My Saturday would have been booming, but you know what? Ever since I came into this truth, it's like the Lord do not let me have those connections no more.
This is the focus.
Even when like you got Jake that'll hit you up from back in the day, right? Hey, what's going on with you, baby? You know what I mean? Jake want to catch up with you. It's like something in your spirit will not let you go that far with him. It's like the spirit in you keeps it at a distance. It's like almost the more and more you come into this thing, you really understand. It's like the more and more you don't even want to be associated with what the hell was going on.
See, Jake
You know?
getting that spirit of that's worldly. I gotta be cool. The Lord said we already the salt of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You just make yourself look like a bozo to the servants of the Lord. These
Yeah.
people, they don't see anything. That's why a faggot is considered cool
Right.
in this society. You know.
Yeah.
Can I get this? I gotta get this.
Con.
Philippians 4:11. Now that I speak in respect to want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. You know? But there's more to it. I know both how to be abased, meaning low, and I know how to abound, meaning to overflow. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Yahweh Shai that strengthens me. So how you think you're gonna learn those attributes? If you want to build bigger muscles, you gotta hit bigger weights. You don't eat Krispy Kreme donuts. You gotta go to the gym. If you want to look better, your skin to be better, you gotta deal inwardly first, and then everything has a cause and effect. You want to be changed as far as spiritual things, okay? You got to go through the fire. It's no going out. So you can't be looking for fun. That's a womanly, bitch ass trait for a man. We've been westernized into that mindset, you know. So when we come into this truth, the Lord is making us men by literally just, hey, soldiers, bro. We were talking about that earlier. Even the firemen, okay, they're always on call. You know what I'm saying? They're in the middle of the restaurant. They just got there. I've seen it. They just walk out. They getting out the, oh shit, we got an emergency. Niggas is gone.
Yep.
In Vietnam, I be thinking like you hear those stories. Oh yeah, and we went to a bar. How the fuck you got time to go to the bar? You at war. Well, somehow okay, you go get a drink. Hey, the enemy is around the corner. It don't matter how many bitches you talking to, how many drinks you had. You gotta leave the fucking bar and get your gun. Curses he that keep his sword back from blood.
Them firemen, they probably be having some meat on the grills. They're starving. They're
Hell yeah.
starving and shit.
Yup.
Ooh, I can't wait to eat.
Tonight ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
Watch. It's a cool night. As soon as they get comfortable,
Man.
Joe.
Something happened.
I got something.
And real quick, like I say, yeah. And another thing, man, is you know, you gotta listen to what brothers tell you too, man. It's very important, very vital. You know what I mean? All right. Because a lot of the messages the Lord give you, it's not always gonna come in a dream. It's not always gonna come in some fortune cookie. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, I'll say probably the majority of the times, it's gonna be through the voice of a brother, right? So you know, if a brother call you and just out of nowhere, because sometimes that's how the spirit work too. The brother just call you and be like, hey, look, bro, I was thinking, you need to stop doing this, stop doing that. Maybe you know what I mean? Take this. You have to listen to those type of things, man. That's part of being a soldier too, man. Learning how to listen.
Yeah.
Stop getting emotional. Stop thinking you know what. It don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Of course it don't make sense to you. You're fucking simple,
That's right.
okay? But you have to learn how to stop being simple, man.
Yeah.
Right? The scriptures say, hear out the whole matter first, then answer.
Conclusion. Yep.
You know what I mean? You gotta hear out the whole matter, meditate. Then okay, all right. You know, then come with it. But you know what I mean? You can't just get bucked up because a brother said something that you don't think is fair at the moment. Hey, you know, in this thing, man, it might be a decree that come down and it just might be like, hey, you know what, brothers was talking, you need to stop drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
So, and what you gonna do?
I've seen that.
You know what I mean? What you go, hey, brother, no more alcohol for you.
A month.
For a month.
I
3 months.
I didn't drink alcohol for like 2 months. Remember?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had that decree.
Right. Yeah. No more alcohol. No more. And you know what? You can't be like, but what? Start pointing fingers. Start making an excuse. What, man, but that ain't fair, man.
Hey, but look, I could testify that worked out in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out in my favor 100%.
I seen a dude get the decree to not drink. Well, he's dead now because he didn't listen.
Oh.
But in one night, I remember a brother said, hey, bro, there's a decree. The same night, he went out with another brother, and the brother's cousin just randomly gave him a black eye. And they was cool. There was no build up to it. The dude just got up off the chair. They was homies. They was talking all night. And the brother cousin, just got up out the chair and socked the other dude in the eye because he didn't listen to the decree. There was no build up. They wasn't mad. They wasn't talking back and forth, nothing. The Lord put a spirit on that dude to sock the brother in the eye.
Yeah.
The dude who didn't listen to the decree.
It's serious, man. When the Lord give an order, especially through the mouth of a man of the Lord,
Yeah.
right? Because we all gotta believe we men of the Lord first and foremost. So whenever these brothers tell me something, I gotta humble the fuck down and listen. Okay, what is he saying? You know what I mean? You cannot get defensive right away. That'd be Jake's problem. Jake get defensive.
That's the
quick.
bros right there, no?
Yep, con.
Well, I'm gonna tell him to wait.
Yeah, just tell him to wait. Jake like to get defensive.
Yeah. Hey, let me say this real quick. The Lord said 1,000 years to
Bro
us.
gets all like offended.
Is 1,000 years to us is just a day to the Most High. Think about since we've come into this truth and been born again, how long the Lord really has known us.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord probably known me in His time for 30 minutes, not even that. You know, and when you meet random people on the street, you don't trust somebody you just met. You get to trust them as you go along. The longer you know them, you're gonna see shit. Okay, I've known this person for 10 years and they've been solid. The Lord only known, especially you knew Jake, you know, for what, 5 minutes. So that's why you catching hell. That's why you have to listen to orders.
Yeah.
Okay? Because the Lord, it's not that He don't know you, but it's like the angels, you're a spectacle. 1 Corinthians 4, watching what you're doing. The Lord ain't known this new version of you that long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this thing is enduring to the end, man. You know, the masteries, man. You should be trying to master yourself.
I
You know?
got some. Oh, okay, you got some. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant." Right. And vigilant. Let's get that word vigilant real quick. Right. The word vigilant, keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. That's what vigilant means, man. Keeping a careful watch, man. You gotta always, man. Look, the way I look at it is, if I'm not in the company of brothers, right? Or if I'm not dealing with brothers, anything outside of the brotherhood, I'm always looking for something to go wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I bring that upon myself, but that's just my mentality. I could be with my grandfather, my sisters. It's like, okay, something can happen. A demon can jump on anybody out here. You know what I mean? They could come up in here with a gun. They could start smoking weed. Who knows? Right? That's keeping a careful watch. You always watching, right? You should yeah, you have your fun, right? You know, you can let your guard down slightly, right? But even letting your guard down should still be almost like a general. You still like a general. You just kind of just laughing just a little bit just to cool the ice. But you still watching. You still paying attention to everything, man.
That's
Right? It says, because your adversary, the devil. Right. You have an adversary, man. Jake got to realize, man, this ain't just about, you know, unlucky, misfortunate situations. You have a spiritual adversary.
Satan.
Yeah.
That's trying to fuck you over, man.
Yeah.
Right? And I made a video this week talking about, you know, don't fear demons, fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai,
Yeah.
right? And being in this truth, man, all right, we might not talk about it, man, but we get attacked by the spiritual world too. It ain't just the physical that comes at the men of the Lord. People think our lot is easy, it's just bugged out, but no, we get attacked by the physical world and the spiritual world, man. We got demons jumping on our dreams. We see demons in our rooms sometimes. It ain't mean that we demons. It's just that we battling those demons, right? We're over, you know what I mean? It's like, now that we know the truth, the Lord has bumped our vibration up a level to where it's like, now you in the fight for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just just some bullshit. It's like, no, we really in the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Lord said our weapons were spiritual. If you're not spiritual, you're gonna lose ultimately, because it's all spiritual. Like you might not think how spiritual it is. You don't even recognize that it's forces around you that, like, okay, the seed that fell upon the wayside. What did the Lord say? He said that a lot of those seeds, with the seed is the word, the cares of this life. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, the cares of this life, the riches of this world, certain things that can uproot you, you know, out of this truth.
Yep.
You got forces around you that's able to tap into you getting jobs. You know,
Right.
See, that plays out. You know, Satan can give you gifts. A gift destroyeth the heart. You know, so you have to look at everything spiritual. Like, it's not bad to have tangible things, but you got to be so circumspect, like this brother was saying. You got to look at things spiritual first, examining, because right now Satan gonna be the craftiest he's ever been.
Yeah.
So you can't be walking around, oh, this is fun. Nah, bro, this is not fun. This is deadly serious. This is a war. You know.
This would be like the equivalent, like when you see when you watch those World War II movies, World War I movies, and they in the middle of the battle. They right there with a whole bunch of bullets flying past them, right? It's going back and forth. The battle is going back and forth. That's where we at right now in the spirit, man.
It's we're on a spiritual stakeout.
Right. We're on a now. Is this the time to? Hey, brother, I'll see y'all brothers later, man. Go to the bar, man. Just completely laid up in bed, uncircumspect, not paying attention. This ain't the time for that, man. All right, this is the time to keep a watchful eye over everything, man. And let me finish this off. It says, because your adversary, the devil, as a warring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay, say, hey, man, it don't stop, man. It don't stop. It don't matter if you out with your girlfriend. It don't matter if you out with your kids. It don't matter if you with your mama. And it could be a family reunion. You know what I mean? It could be a family reunion. All good spirits. Everybody drinking wine. Satan is still there.
Yep.
And he's waiting on an opportunity for you. Satan already got these people, man.
Yeah.
He got these motherfuckers, man. Trust me.
Yep.
He got them.
They're an empty vessel.
They're empty vessels. He not, I'm not gonna say he ain't worried about them, but it's like, I already got him. But he gonna manipulate the environment, especially for you.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta be ahead of things. I be noticing, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when I be out, I'll be ahead of things, right? I'm watching the nigga in the corner,
Yeah.
and I might tell a brother like, hey brother, don't go over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, that nigga. You know what I mean? I'm seeing shit. Hey, don't say that to. Hey, don't. You know what I mean? Don't do that over there, cause I'm already seeing this could happen, that could happen, this situation could happen. What if this happens? Right? You can't just be throwing caution at the wind, man.
Yeah.
It's not smart.
That's right.
I got some. Going back into what we was pretty much going into. Luke 14:16, it says, "Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper, and bade many. And his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs to go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. It says, and another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go prove them. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that the servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to the servant, Go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. So pretty much, there right now, what I'm saying, is that supper time, what I'm saying, where the Lord is gathering, and pretty much there were guests who were invited. What I'm saying? They had already received the invitation, but they made excuses. They were distracted by the things of the world. Like the dude, he was like, oh, I have married a wife, therefore I cannot come. What the fuck you mean you can't come?
Right.
Excuse, nigga.
He said, and the other said, I have 5 yoke of oxen, and I prove them. I pray thee have me excuse. So there's no excuse. And ultimately the Lord got mad, and he said, go out and get somebody else.
Right.
Go to the highways, go to the streets and lanes of the city, and bring hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. So if you don't want this, the Lord is going to get somebody else.
And you know what? And another thing, key thing, so like if I can say about that, a lot of them niggas that's saying that right there, that's I got my wife,
Yep.
my oxen. Them is niggas that still want to be cool.
Yep.
Them is niggas that still want the validation. They still want status, right? Because coming to the Lord is humility. When the Lord walked with his disciples, right, and the multitude that followed him, they didn't look like P. Diddy in Bad Boys.
Furs.
You know what I mean?
furs
Big
and
ass fur coats. You know what I mean?
Doing
They
a Harlem
wasn't
shake.
whole bunch of chains. They didn't look like ballers. They looked like humble individuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was just roaming the earth, preaching the gospel.
It's cool
Right?
to have too.
And you had a lot of Jakes back in those days, right? That would see that and be like, oh man, I got all these possessions. I can't leave all this and go walk with them. Where are they even going? That demon creeping Jake mind. Where are they even going, man?
Marriage.
Hey,
You know?
you're really cursing yourself because you holding back all the thing, the blessings. Like Yahweh Shema Shai ain't gonna leave us out here.
Right.
He gonna give us the true women, the honest women. Okay, everything we need. You chasing this shit, it's all corruptible. You gonna miss out on everything you need. Like the shit we actually fucking desire. You know what I'm saying? Like the righteous women, the righteous brethren, the true blessings that no man taketh away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The promises that we gonna get, like you chasing this is corruptible. So you pretty much want to live a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just take your ass back to the street.
And this is the certain man made a great supper. That's Yahweh Shai.
Right.
It's called a supper. We're gonna eat, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna really eat.
Grub.
We gonna have everything. We gonna have it all. So you're putting something as small as a relationship with your wife. You're putting something as small as having possessions.
Yeah.
Over the Lord. Where you could have been dedicating your time to preparing yourself, like the scriptures say, putting on that garment, that correct gown, wedding gown. That's what you should be preparing for right now, for this great supper.
Jake don't understand. You need spiritual power in these times, man. You think a nigga like that gonna get spiritual power? Spiritual power could just be the Lord. Somebody shoot at you. You think that shit about to hit you, but you like, what happened? Motherfucker didn't do nothing to you.
That's it, bro.
You cannot expect to get no spiritual power
You
and
get-
you just a lukewarm fucking cool nigga in the world of
You
P.
turn
Diddy.
translucent for a second. Them bullets
Yeah.
just fly through you.
Just go through you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You read some shit,
Man.
but why am I seeing through this building? I can see that nigga on the other side.
Oh, let me
Like,
go-
what
let me
you
go
what you
this-
talking about? I
let
don't
me-
see
let me-
nobody.
Let me go that way.
Yeah, you know, like Jake is a clown, which shows that you haven't came like a child because children think like that. The Lord said you got to be like one of these little children.
Yeah.
You can't be like that and you want to just be seen and be cool and be accepted.
Yeah.
You know, the world has lost its innocence. We've been reborn again. We got to keep that innocence now and be simple to wickedness. That's in Romans 9. You know, be wise to do. We learn what is to be evil. We was wise and evil. We was committing adulteries,
Right.
serial adulteress and shit. You know, now, you know, it's like we wise. I'm simple to wickedness now. I'm almost like a little kid. Sometimes I don't like that,
Right.
but it's the only way because it's like, damn, these people look at you like you weak, and then the women think you a clown. Nah, but you know what? Hey, I'd rather be like Yahweh Shai, man, and he wasn't no clown. Too bad these people can't understand what this is.
Right.
But you should. You know what I mean? So ain't no goddamn excuse, man.
I got a precept. Ain't nobody got none.
God.
This second Ezra 7, starting at verse 57. It says, Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Right. Everything that we just mentioned, okay, this is just what you got to do, man. All right. Yeah, it's tough to keep your integrity, right, in the face of humiliation, in the face of losing your status in this world, right? But hey, Yahweh Shai had to do it.
That's right.
Right? Yahweh Shai, when he came on the earth as Yahweh Shai, okay, he had to take the back seat, right? Because he came as Solomon and was booming,
Yep.
right? He came as Solomon and was booming. But then in the book of Ecclesiastes, what did he say? What did he say about having all them luxuries? It's all vanity.
All vanity. Yeah.
Right? In Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, all is the first chapter? I'm not too sure, first or second, but he said all is
One,
vanity.
yeah.
All this shit is vanity.
Yeah.
So Yahweh Shai got a chance to live it up and see. Like, all of this shit don't matter, man. Right? Wisdom is what matters, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your relationship with the Heavenly Father, man. That's what matters, man. You know what I mean? And that's why he came as Yahweh Shai, and he was more like a lamb.
That's right.
Right? It says, verse 58, it says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. Yeah, hey, man, you got to prepare yourself to suffer, man. All right? Stop wiggling out of uncomfortable situations, okay, that the Lord is putting you in, because ultimately it's to learn a lesson, man.
That's right.
All right, if the Lord got you without no car, if the Lord ain't got you without a woman, okay, stop putting all your energy into trying to get all them type of little possessions,
Yeah.
right? And now you work towards things, right? Because you got to be a man, and every man should have a goal and be determined. But Jake get consumed with that shit. Got to get money, man. Fuck, I got to get that goddamn. You know what I mean? Jake start bugging out in his mind. I got the money, man.
Yeah, this ain't your rest.
This ain't your rest, man.
That shit is a demon.
Like-
Damn, I don't got my own apartment, man. What the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
Fuck, bro.
I went through that, you know. Hey, and to strive for the masteries, anything you master, you gotta master it. The homie can't master it for you. Your woman can't. I mean, you gotta spend a long time. And the thing is, the more energy, everything takes energy. The way you order your food, you could do it with negativity and get that energy back. You could do it with a certain playing basketball, whatever you do. So if you spending most of your time giving your energy to something or someone else, how are you mastering yourself?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're just being a fucking clown,
Hey, that's
wasting
the
your
spirit.
time, man.
That's the
you know?
spirit.
Let me finish this off. You got it.
Salaki too.
No, that's all good. It says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. And real quick, I'm just gonna say, yeah, you gonna suffer in this thing, man. All right, there's not gonna be no easy joyride, man. So you can give up your little American dream of trying to do a big score one last time.
Easy breezy. Cover
Yeah, you know what I mean. You can give all that up, man.
You
And-
taking holiday photos with 3 children?
Yeah. I'm trying to go out,
Yeah.
On a nice bridge
With
somewhere.
them Christmas hat.
go out on a vacation, brother. You know what I mean? Go out on a vacation, man.
sweaters.
Save. I got 4,000 saved up.
Barefoot with your pants rolled up.
Hey, you
Still like
think?
it, bro.
Hey, look, you need to. If you think about saving some money, right, and doing these type of luxurious things, you need to make sure that money goes to the church, man. Okay.
Your first, the 10%, your 10th.
Right.
Now, does it mean it's actually 10%? Let me get a calculator. It should. When I first came in, I was doing that. But really, your best, are you giving forth your best? Right. Sometimes it might not necessarily be the money, but if that's what you have, our substance is this devil and translated all substance into paper. Right. Because we don't own nothing. So a lot of times, you know, if you got it like that, you know, like, oh, you can finish though, because you was going to make a point, my bad.
No, it's all good. I'm just going to read it off. It says, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. Right. The victory, you got to overcome, okay, all of these little lustful desires, man, that this world tries to bombard you with on a day-to-day basis, man. You got to overcome it, man. All right? No, you're not going to be the coolest nigga in the room no more, man. No, all the bitches ain't going to flock to you no more, right? You might have to get back on the train, right? You got to be willing to sacrifice now, man, right? That's the victory, man, overcoming Satan, right? Because Jake could come into this truth, catch hell, and that type of shit will weigh on Jake's mind. And Jake will lose hope. Jake will lose faith, right? And if Jake lose faith and he lets Satan overwhelm his mind, what does that mean? That means that he didn't get the victory. He lost. He lost the battle. You see? And that could happen the more and more you give your energy to this place, right? The more and more you give your energy to this place, all right, this place is going to let you down every time. All right? It's going to always fail you. So, you know, you're going to always come up short in America, man.
Hey, something this brother said earlier was cold. I hope you remember what you said. Satan, how it works, he give you just enough to keep you deceived. You know, he'll actually give you the lust of what you want. Yeah. So the Lord will turn you over to that delusion, and you think it's a blessing. Oh, see, the Lord is still working. It's working. It's working. Whole time it's witchcraft, it's rebellion. Mm-hmm. But for each step, the Lord will have Satan hand you something else to keep you striving to that fucking destruction pit.
Like them tarot cards.
Because that's what you want. Yeah, like them tarot
cards. They'll catch a good reading one time.
Yeah.
They now they opening up a whole shop.
Then they end up homeless. And they saying, oh, I'm homeless because this is part of my walk in
And then the
faith.
person who did the reading, oh shit, now they going back to a tarot card reader.
Yeah.
Because this bitch got it right one time. See, the Lord just cuts all around, man. Yeah, I got something else. What you mentioned earlier, Matthew 5:29. It was the Spirit. It says, and if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And there's nothing wrong with having things. There's nothing wrong with, you know, having a job, you know what I'm saying, having money, you know what I'm saying, but you can't let these things consume you, like the brothers have been talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you know, it's not unlawful to be making money. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let that consume you. So if like drinking, for instance, becomes a problem, you know what I'm saying, it's not unlawful, but it's not everything is expedient. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is expedient in the time. Like maybe even having a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit might not be expedient for you, but it's not unlawful. But the Lord is saying, if this is fucking up your salvation, hey, just cut that shit off, man.
Yeah. It's just that's what makes Jake uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Jake could get uncomfortable.
The pleasures of this world.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, man, it's not going off though. Yeah, but it might not be best for you right now, man. Yeah. You might not be able to handle it. Or maybe the Lord wants your focus over here right now. Mm-hmm. Then you could get back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can get your eyeball back.
Yeah.
Can I get this real quick? Acts 4:32 is the last thing I'm going to bring up. And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and one soul, on one accord. Okay. Neither said any of them that aught of these things which he possessed was his own, but they had all things in common, and with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord Yahushua, and great grace was upon them all. But this is the point. Neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto every man according as he had need. That's where this is going. This is, you know, it's all a part of the watch. You know what I'm saying? You got different watches. We watching the enemy. We watching ourselves, you know, making sure we're in the faith, examining. We watching for brother souls, you know what I'm saying? We are our brother's keepers. and we also watching prophecy, but we watching where, you know, where it's going. You know what I'm saying? What time it is in the body. The scriptures say it's like water. The spirit is like rivers of water, flowing waters, and like the air. You don't know whether it come or go. You know, you don't know where the air. You can't see it, but there's ways you can tell. You can pick up a leaf and throw it up,
Right.
see where it blow. You know, that's being circumspect. I just want to know where. That's being knowledgeable. You know,
Right.
so this thing is very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Very spiritual.
Yeah, you got to be carefully examining everything, man. You cannot just allow yourself to get carried away with the affairs of this life, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? In public, talking to people, right? You always think 10 steps ahead, man. Right? Because Satan is trying to think 10 steps ahead of you. That's what you got to remember, too. Satan is trying to think 10 steps ahead of you. That's why little shit, unnecessary shit be happening out of nowhere. You might have thought, oh, this weekend I'm about to do it up. I just got paid. I'm about to put this amount of gas in my car. I'm about to head out over here. And then Satan to break your car down. That's Satan thinking 10 steps ahead of your ass. So guess what? You got to practice on thinking 10 steps ahead of him. And the way that you do that, you got to already thoroughly examine the situation before it even happens. Like John Jones, I was watching an interview where he said what he'll do with every opponent. He said he'll get comfortable with the fact that this nigga might knock me the fuck out. And he said he'd get comfortable with that. He like, you know, he might knock me out. He might just put me to sleep. But then he said once you get comfortable with that, then it becomes easy. See, you got to get comfortable with things not going your way. Now I get some money, I'm like, well, you know, who knows why, you know, Satan. Way this shit could go, Esau could just grab 600 out the fucking bank account.
Well, you know
and
better
I could be
now.
stuck with nothing.
You know better than to get the money. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You used to do that, and then the next day, you got to spend all that money on something else.
On
The
a
Lord
bill.
has set up. Yep.
Some
Man,
bill
I
that
always do
fucking
that.
that just hits your account.
I'm like, maybe
that you
this will,
forgot about.
I'm like, maybe this will be the week I can maybe get me a pair
Finally.
of shoes, man. Maybe
Yeah.
this week. And then I'm like, man, nah.
Yeah. And the Lord might let you keep it.
And I get so down, I'm like, I can't even get shoes next week now,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna say, most animals like snakes, okay, they say their vision is pretty bad, but they go off of vibration. A lot of animals that don't have the best carnal visual sight, they see better than us. That's a form of spiritual power. Like some animals, they go off echolocation. You know what I'm saying? Some animals, they deal with, you know, energy and vibrations. Some of them can see you through temperature gauge and shit. And it's just amazing how, you know, the scriptures say walk, you know, don't walk by sight, but by faith. You know, Jake, a lot of time we always want to see with these eyes. So we got spiritual scopes on, you know, we should have the best vision. You know what I'm saying? You should have the best vision. Again, look at the ocean. You got animals under there that's just scoping and, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing. Through the dark, they see better than me and you. So how much more, you know, the Spirit of the Lord, that's a power, man. That's an actual power. You can't neglect that.
Sixth sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to always be, you know, watching, man. You know, think of situations that could happen before it even happened. Catch a situation before it happens, before it even happens, man. And that's how you'll overcome Satan.
I got a closer.
You got it, yeah.
Salaki, I just thought of it.
Yeah, because if you always, I'm not saying, look, it's good to have positivity. It's good to always hope for the best. But, you know, being in this truth, man, the Lord is going to show you real fast that things is not going to go your way.
And it's for
Right?
your good.
It's
really.
for your good. You know what I mean? So even if you did just come up off of, you just came up on $2,000, you better be very careful with how responsible with that, man. Right? Give it to let me make sure, right? Because I want the Lord to bless me with this 2,000. Let me make sure I give the brothers 300. You know what I mean? Just so I could be cool. So that way Satan to stay off me.
I pray over it. Like when
You know?
I get shit now, Lord, please show me what to do with this money through the Spirit, because you're spending it in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Then something will come out of nowhere like, damn, I forgot. That's why I had got the money.
Yeah.
It was a business plan. You done spent it.
Yeah.
'cause
You
were
just spent it all.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't even get no groceries for the week.
Yup.
You have 2 weeks later having that money, you back to zero, back on the phone trying to ask everybody for a couple dollars, man.
That's a part of being prudent.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is Ecclesiastes 5:15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So yeah, that's it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Be not ignorant in anything. You know what I'm saying? Always take good heed of what thou speakest, what thou doest.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, especially what you speak, man. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, you can't just be amongst brothers just saying anything, man, because Satan can come through your lips too, man.
Yeah.
Satan to come through that tongue, man.
Fuck you just said.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Satan to come through that tongue, and you'll be investigated.
You won't even mean to. That's
Yeah.
why the scripture talk about just being quiet, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be more slow to speak.
Yeah.
Because Satan will play on that.
Let
You
thy
know?
words be few.
And it's deadly serious right now. What you do, your lack thereof, your slackness, whatever, can get men killed and jacked up.
And not only that, brothers is on high alert.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
you really got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
Watch what you do. Keep it simple. This is right now is the best time to keep it simple
Yeah.
more than any time in
Yeah.
the world.
Hey, look, we always watching, you know, because you might have a brother that's like somewhere in Missouri watching this. He might be trying to come up with the, you know, with brothers close to his area. I'm just gonna give brothers some advice that's coming up. Brothers is always watching, even when you think we not watching. You know what I mean? Even if it look like we didn't all let our guard down, we always watching, always watching each other, always meditating. You know what I mean? Meditating on the words that one another just said 30 minutes ago.
You discern their thoughts.
Right? You know, because that's the spirit that the Lord got on us, man. The Lord has put like the Batman spirit on us.
Yeah.
That's why Batman is my favorite superhero, because he's somebody that'll sit there and pretty much investigate every little nook and cranny of every interaction.
And you know, sincere brothers.
Yeah.
Because they even might slip in their tongue, but we got the spirit of discernment. Okay, that's what the spirit is, the discerner of thoughts. So you'll be like, oh, well, that brother, he's sincere. The Lord, he's on his way.
Right.
You know, so you got to be careful. We just got that ability. Sometimes it feel like a curse, you know. You know what I mean? But you could tell when a dude ain't right. You
Right.
can tell. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, we got to fear the Lord more than we've ever have, you know, and move slow. If you're moving like a clown, you make it easier for the spiritual enemy, for Esau, these agents, you know, and ultimately them spirits is going to capitalize. I don't want to get the ministry blame.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly asking the Lord to deliver me from temptation, because I get fiery, you know what I'm saying? Quick, 0 to 100. And the last thing I want to do, sometimes it get like that, but if you praying fervently to the Lord, you might do that. But the Lord like, well, you praying to me about that, so I got to honor that,
And
you know.
and another thing, bro's got to fear each other, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's another thing that you know, we have to understand too. We gotta fear each other, man.
Yeah.
Right? I do something off in front of one of these brothers, man. Hey, you know what I mean? I say something off. We can't just treat each other light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brothers and we in the same camp, but don't get comfortable and start treating the other brother light, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because remember, man, we're men of the Lord. We're serious men.
Yeah.
Right? And we're valuable to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know what I mean? Don't start, you know what I mean? Don't treat a brother light and think, oh, well, that's just a brother, man. Like, you know, if a brother called me and be like, hey, brother, I need you to kind of help me out here in LA. You better, you know, if you got every means, you should get out there and go help that brother. Don't just think you can blow it off like he just some nigga in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Take every brother that's around you serious, man. Right?
I think anytime any brothers was in my area and hit me up, I jumped.
Yeah.
I think there's been a couple times brothers was in West Covina or over here. I jumped for the bros, or even over here.
Yeah.
Every
I
time.
think I jumped.
Yeah, I got my father. My father be like, man, you don't ever call me, and then, you know what I mean? You know, you don't ever talk to me, man. I don't ever hear. My family be like, you don't ever hear from me. Yeah, because I'm always on the phone with brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
2 hours of shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't got shit. I talk to brothers on pretty much like every day. I'm talking all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I take this serious, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I take what brothers tell me to counsel. You know, I meditate on when brothers tell me I don't think that's a good idea. I don't just blow it off like some nigga and be like, well, I got my own way going on. I got my own thing going on. That's you not taking the counsel of the Lord serious, man.
You seeking knowledge too.
Yeah.
You gotta seek out knowledge, man. You can't just sit there. It's gonna come to me. Yeah, it's gonna come to you with a lump upside your head too. If you ain't right, if you seeking out the Lord, you could be corrected gracefully. But you don't want to have to always be shook up and shit and knocked upside the head. I have a whole life of that. You know what I'm saying? So I know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying?
So with that, man, we're going to close there.
Mhm.
Give all praise. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Through the Spirit, we give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahweh
Shai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone once again. Shaitan, he interrupted. We wasn't able to get out to the camp today. But, Lord willing, we'll be out on the highways next week.
Con.
So shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.